The talk of Team USA basketball this past week hasn't been about NBA superstars like LeBron James, Steph Curry, or Anthony Edwards. The talk has centered around a 17-year-old kid who is competing and holding his own against the best in the world, although he just graduated high school and hasn't even played a collegiate game yet. That 17-year-old kid that I'm talking about is Cooper Flagg, incoming Duke freshman who was the #1 overall player in the class of 2024 and the projected #1 overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft. The buzz around Cooper Flagg came from his very impressive performance in the scrimmage for the Team USA select team versus the USA Olympic team. Let me explain. So, in order for the USA Olympic team to prepare for the 2024 Paris Olympics, there's a USA Select team that is formed to practice and scrimmage against them. The Select team consists mostly of young NBA players who aren't ready to be on the actual Olympic team just yet, but are young and have a lot of upside. Many of these Select team members will be on the Olympic team in the near future. For example, Kevin Durant was on the Select team in 2008, while Devin Booker was on it in 2016, and Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton were on it in 2020. This year's USA Select team roster consists of young NBA players like Jalen Suggs, Jalen Duren, Keegan Murray, Jaime Jaquez, Brandon Miller, Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson, Peyton Pritchard, Trace Jackson Davis, Brandon Podziemski, and Trey Murphy. But the outlier here is that the only non-NBA player on the USA Select team roster is Cooper Flagg, an incoming freshman who hasn't even begun his college career yet. Being chosen for the Select team is an incredible honor for any young NBA player who has dreams of playing in the Olympics someday, but the fact that an incoming college player got the invite is insane. In fact, there have not been college athletes selected to the Team USA Select team since 2013 when Marcus Smart and Doug McDermott got the nod. But the major difference here is that both McDermott and Smart came off incredible college seasons. McDermott got All-American honors and Marcus Smart was the Big 12 Player of the Year. They proved that they were high-level college players and legit NBA prospects at the time. Cooper, however, got the invite without even playing a single college game, and is the only player on the team that isn't a current or former NBA player. Absolutely unheard of. But that's the insane hype that Cooper Flagg is getting. And to put into perspective how real the Cooper Flagg hype is, his dominant play in the scrimmage backed it up. On the final day of practicing with Team USA, the Select team got to scrimmage against the Olympic team. Team USA barely beat the Select team, winning 74-73, and they almost took an L if it wasn't for AD locking up Brandon Podziemski on the final possession. Team USA even ran out a starting lineup of Steph at the 1, Anthony Edwards at the 2, Tatum and LeBron at the forward spots, and Embiid at the 5. But the biggest reaction of the day was that many people were impressed with Cooper Flagg's performance, and that he was the shining factor of the scrimmage. In fact, according to one NBA coach in attendance, he was the best player on the Select team. Think about that. An NBA coach said that a 17-year-old kid was the best player on a team filled with NBA players. So let's reflect on Cooper's performance specifically, because he had plenty of highlight plays that really turned heads. Going off what you're about to see, he scored double digits just from these highlights, but it's estimated he scored close to 15 or more points in this scrimmage. First off, he had Jrue Holiday guarding him for most of this scrimmage, arguably the best on-ball defender in the NBA. And here he's taking the ball up with Jrue Holiday guarding him at half court and well beyond the three-point line. He initiates Holiday to the point of attack, gets a switch on Anthony Davis, and hits a hezzy 3 right in his face. And on the very next possession, he gets the ball off a steal, throws a leading pass down the floor, runs 90 feet down the floor, and finishes a putback and 1 over Bam Adebayo. Let's not forget to mention he also hit a turnaround jumper over Jrue Holiday later in the scrimmage and then nailed this corner 3 as well. So there we have 10 points. And even though he got blocked by AD in this scrimmage, he didn't get defeated and made a backdoor cut for a dunk on the same possession. And just look at this beautiful pass by Poise finding Cooper down court for a ferocious dunk. It's truly unbelievable that this 17-year-old kid looks like he belongs on the same court as NBA legends. He still doesn't turn 18 until December, and he's out there going head-to-head with some of the best players in the NBA. One of the things that impressed many players on Team USA about Cooper was how comfortable he felt in such a big moment. There was no nervousness to his game. He played just like any other game. Meanwhile, he's a 17-year-old on the same floor as some of the best players in the world. Many NBA players and coaches took notice as well. In fact, I believe Langston Galloway summed it up perfectly. Although a former NBA player and a practice player for the national team, this is what he had to say about Cooper. "I'm not even impressed about the scoring and all that. I'm more impressed by his poise. He's not out there trying to force it like it's my turn, let me try to get a shot up. He's just trying to make plays. You can see he understands the game. Getting in the paint, everybody collapses, making the right reads, so that's the most impressive part of it, for a 17-year-old to be able to understand the game." And while Galloway went into the most detail, NBA superstars still gave their praise as well. Kevin Durant called him a hell of a player and said he played like an NBA vet at 17. Take a listen.
Right here.
Kevin, what have been your impressions of Cooper Flagg so far, going up against him in practice with you guys?
I wish I would have went up against him in practice, but from watching him on the sideline, he looked like a hell of a player, somebody that's just going to only get better with more experience. 17 years old, coming in here playing like he's a vet almost. No emotion, just going out there and doing his job, and that's a good sign.
Devin Booker also chimed in and gave credit to his drive, saying he wants it. You see how bad he wants it. Jalen Duren said Coop showed no fear, and Jaime Jaquez said Coop was playing out of his mind. Cooper Flagg is going to be must-see television at Duke this year. He does just about everything on the court. He's a triple-double threat, has elite passing for his size, and can rebound and block shots with the best of them. Plus, his offensive toolbox is stacked. Great footwork, post moves, great handle, he's got it all. And that smooth jumper is only getting better. And while we just mentioned his offensive game, his defensive game might just overshadow his offensive prowess. Elite rim protection, defensive versatility, and a basketball IQ that's just through the roof. There's something different about Cooper Flagg. A 6'9" point forward who can literally do it all, and proved to have the poise and maturity to compete and shine with the best in the NBA as a teenager. I'm telling you now, the Cooper Flagg Tankathon is coming next year. If you liked this video, check out my full video of Cooper Flagg that I made back in February. It's linked right up here in the top right corner. We talk about his elite high school career and a full breakdown of his game and his potential as an elite NBA talent. Thank you again for sticking with us until the end, and we hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and we'll see you in the next one.